Filming 2 videos in one day while sick. Who am I? Wonder Woman? No. So this is a video I've been meaning to make for a very long time. Ellie from BookingTheTrend tagged me in the Booktube Partners Tag. I think that's what it's called. It's a wonderful tag. I think it's really awesome because Booktube is this whole community, and what better way to accentuate the community aspect of Booktube than to tag each other in a partner Booktube tag. Genius. Ellie and I asked each other different types of questions. We asked each other reading, writing, and miscellaneous questions. So the first part is about reading. The first question is, how do you feel about really big books? I really like big books, to be honest. I mean, it's a love-hate relationship because you really want to know the end of the book, or you really want to have that sense of accomplishment that you finished a book. So the parts I like about really big books is that you get really invested into the book if it's good, and it has this heartbeat, you know? I feel like a lot of really good big books have this core to them, the soul core, and this soul heartbeat to them. So I really like that aspect. Of course, the bad aspect is that it takes forever to finish. Are you the kind of person who can't bring themselves to put down a book if you don't like it? I try to finish all the books that I start. It's sort of this mantra that I have to finish whatever I start, even with reading books. So that can be kind of troublesome because I will do a very bad job of looking up whether or not I will like that book and end up really not liking the book, and then having to push myself to finish it, and that feels sort of like torture. Can you read in the car? And Ellie can read in the car, which is so crazy. I can't read in the car at all. There was one time I tried to read in the car and I got so motion sick. Like, I get so motion sick so easily. If you met your favorite author, what would you ask them? And I have gone through the experience of meeting favorite authors. For example, I've met John Green at VidCon. I met Stephen Chbosky at a writing conference. I could not keep my cool during the entirety of our conversation. Oh my goodness. And to ask him a question, I don't even know, like, my mind goes blank. I freak out. I word vomit everywhere. I just embarrass myself and them at the same time. But if I were to ask them a question, and if it was a perfect world and I kept my cool, then I would ask them what part that they wrote in their own work made them cry the most. How do you find out about books that you read? Lately, from Booktube, I have such a huge TBR list because of Booktube. Like, damn you, Booktube! Before I got into booktubing and before I discovered the community of Booktube, I looked a lot on Goodreads, and if you see on Goodreads, I joined pretty early on, and I was a really active member for a very long time. And I would also look on the Amazon recommendations list, and a lot of times I'll be itching to read something really specific, and I'll go to the Google search and search it out on the Google. The next 5 questions are writing questions, because if you didn't know, I am a writer. I love writing, and I want to be a published novelist one day. Already a published author, just need to promote myself to published novelist. How long have you known that you wanted to be a writer? I've always known that I wanted to be a storyteller, because I've always told stories from when I was really young. I was blessed and as well as punished by having 4 siblings. I didn't really want to be specifically a writer until maybe I was 16, and I really started trying to be a novelist. Do you ever post your stories anywhere? No, not really. Unless you count publishing stories. I published 3 short stories in my lifetime. So yeah, those are online. Well, 2 are online. 1 is in print. So yeah. But other than that, no, I don't publish my writing. I keep it very private. Do you look up to any specific person as a role model? Of course, I think as a writer you need role models in a way. My first role models were definitely J.D. Salinger, Mary Shelley, William Blake. I started branching out and found Sherman Alexie. I found John Green, and a whole bunch of other writers. There's so many other great writers. What is your favorite genre to write in? I write in a couple different genres, to be honest. In the last couple years, I've been really getting into contemporary, and it's a pretty particularly easy genre to write, but not an easy genre to perfect, if that makes any sense. I also write some fantasy as well as some horror, I would say, but they always go into the realm of young adult because I am 22 years old and I barely even know how to be an adult in the first place. Do you write books that you'd be interested in reading? A lot of times I try to, but then there are some books that I've finished and then I just cannot read it again. It just makes me cringe so hard to get through and so boring to me. So it's a little depressing when that happens, but it also makes me try to make my writing more tailored towards readers. And so that's another stage in my life of my writing experience that I want to expand on. So here are 2 personal questions. In my giveaway, I asked what you would like to accomplish by the end of next year. And so Ellie asked me that same question. Thank you, Ellie. I really want to polish a novel. I really want to polish my current novel I've been working on for years and get that in reading order and get it sent out to agents, stuff like that. But it's not at that stage yet, at least for now. But I'm going to start on revising it again, I think in another month. So that's going to be really exciting. Hopefully I could get it to a point where I could let other people read it. Do I keep a diary? I've been starting journaling recently. I don't know why, but I haven't journaled for much of my life. I have kept a diary when I was in middle school, but it was super angry and yeah, hate-filled. If you haven't already, go check out BookingTheTrend. She's adorable and she could like fit in your pocket. She's so adorable. I still have another tag to do and I want to do a couple different tags, but time will tell. Maybe within this year I will finish those tags, but who knows. Anyways, that's it for me today. I talked a lot today so far and I'm getting tired. Bye!